Welcome to another fun fact-packed episode of Technical Timeout, right here on the Ultimate Endgamers League. Week 2 of Season 9 is done, and the race for $1 million continues tomorrow. But in Week 2, there were winners, and there were whiners. Because right now in the UEL, we've got more blowouts than an 80s high school dance and Bennifer combined. Halo, call me. But that's okay, because here at the UEL, we like to get down like la-di-da-di. We likes to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some players who won the game. And when we rock upon the game, we rock the game, right? And like Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance this season, I'm going to give you 30 minutes of hot entertainment and action that would humble even Drake. I bet you they do the Super Bowl performance together. Heck, who knows? Maybe even Diddy will be there. No? He won't? Well, maybe they'll do the halftime performance together, like Taylor and Travis. But I digress. I've got one question and one question only. Are you ready? Because it's time to get down like a cloud like Charlie Brown and turn your frown upside down. And it is time for the UEL to shine. So what do you say we get down to that UEL beatdown? Ready to turn it up to 11? Oh, good, because that's how high it goes. I'm Logan Summit, and look, I eat pizza with a knife and a fork. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Let's get locked in. It's time for the week that was. Life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. There are 3 things I miss because I'm just old. Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, and Pokemon. While the latter, Pokemon, is the world's most valuable media franchise, it is also an unspoken esport. Yep, that's right. Did you know you can compete in Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon Unite, and even Pokemon Go? Let's Pokemon Go make some dough! As the Olympics showed us, any video game, even a mobile app, can become an esport. Imagine winning the gold medal in Pokemon. Now imagine having to explain that to your in-laws over Thanksgiving dinner. Nah, I'm good. But guess who's back? Once again. Maybe this time, don't tell a friend. That's right, Dr. Disrespect is back, and he's turned heel. He recently took to social media to give a 0 F's given video with no apologies that would make Kurt Cobain cringe. He tried to give an explanation for something where there is just no explanation. Doc, it's just you and I talking, okay? Just us, okay? Anytime you say out loud, the Twitch Trust and Safety team members stated that my messages to the minor did not constitute sexting and no graphic pictures were sent to receive. Just stop talking. For the love of be quiet before you end up having to go door to door in your neighborhood, and you will not be selling Girl Scout cookies, Doc. But let's move on. And finally, Rachel Gunn, aka Ray Gunn, the Olympic breakdancer who went viral for breaking breakdancing. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Recently issued an apology to the breaking community. Hey Rachel, what about us? We were the ones forced to watch it. She went 18-0 in 3 rounds, never gaining even a point. Ouch. Performance included moves like the kangaroo hop and her signature move, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is part of the Jurassic portion of her program. It's notably distinctive from the whole Jeff Goldblum chaos theory vibe that it gives out. She did announce, however, she will be starring in the sequel Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, Breakin' 3 Down the Boogaloo, because they call a toilet a... forget it. Skibbity toilet. No, I don't know what it means. And no, I'm not gonna Google it. Well, with all the negative attention Ray Gunn has been receiving, she's gonna be stepping back from breaking breakdancing, and she's gonna need to break into a new hobby. Because there will be no breakdancing at the next Olympics in LA. To be fair, MJ did this in Thriller, and y'all went crazy. I swear, if Crocodile Dundee did it, that would be a viral TikTok dance and we'd all be doing it. But instead, we get Ray Gunn, Australian for broken. And now it's time for the champ of the chump. And now it's time for the best and the worst from the week that was. Give me those highlights. It's time for the champ and the chump. The champ and the chump is brought to you by G Fuel. All the phase kids are doing it. You should too. Go to gfuel.com, use code Logan to save yourself tons of cash. And this week's champ is none other than the Click's Tier 7 Jekyll, who showed up and showed out during their 18-8 win versus the Banditos, who could have used some stinking badges against Jekyll as he led their team with his 11-3 record during the match and this sweet reverse sweep in Valorant.
But Jekyll picking up 2 to put his team in a commanding position.
It's Jekyll. Jekyll has to swing him. He doesn't know the positioning. It's going to be a teleport in. Is he going to land the shot? He's unable to land a shot. Jekyll finally taps his head.
That is Jekyll. I need you to understand. As someone that has played with Jekyll, Jekyll has been in that moment before.
And now it's time for the chump. Aw, sad face. This week's chump is Boar. Yes, you, Boar. He got stuck behind a box in Final Stand Ragnarok. And this was more tragic than LeBron James' hairline. Hi, I'm Boar. I'm stuck in a box. I'm in behind a box. I can't get out. I can't help my team. I'm in a box.
That's insane. He's actually stuck behind this box. He's not going to be able to contribute to his team anymore if he can't get out of this position. He may have tried to, look at him laughing. He may have tried to jump down from that little ledge that we see up above.
Whew, that was tragic. And now, let's talk in private. I've got some issues. And Issues is brought to you by Newer. Are you a content creator? I knew you were. Visit newer.com, use code Logan to save an additional 20% off all your pro gear at amateur pricing. That's right, an additional 20% off. Visit newer.com, use code Logan. You'll thank me in the morning. And let's get down and dirty like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson talking trash before their fight. We've got some call-outs. Dictator Chicken said that they would go Bong Cloud on Saturday Trust. Don't know what that means. However, if going Bong Cloud is 4-6, you can keep the cloud. Lucci said Havoc is mid at Lumina Rush, and Havoc and crew are 1-1 with 1 forfeit so far this season. I think it's a little bit better than mid. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment. Nexus and Cutters have called the Bubbles the most improved player here in the UEL. And as Shakira will tell you, her hips and numbers don't lie. The Bubbles is currently 4-5 and 5-5 this season in their first 2 games. And that screams mediocrity to me. There's still room for some improvement. And that is an understatement. My fellow caster, Strix, said Hollywood needs to come out of his comfort zone and be a better voice and in-game leader. That's the truth, Ruth, and I think Hollywood would agree with you. Look, Hollywood's got his work cut out for him this season, trying to bring the Blaze to the top of the hill, or the summit, if you will. But we'll be watching. If anybody can do it, Hollywood can. The Punisher got punished by Quarty and the Reapers after calling out Fortnite. Don't call out games you're gonna lose. Hey, AJ, you're right. The Reapers were in special form this week. After Bernay's disappointing F1 loss, they turned to him and said, "Welcome to the Shoguns." Talk about team chemistry. But I'll tell you this, don't complain, do the work, or you may show up in one of Damien's videos, you bum. The Reapers also called out the Wolves GM live on air. Yeah, Villain got some. They told him, "You built a stupid team." Wow. I'm sure Villain can be told telling his team stupid is as stupid does, and we will see what the Wolves will do. But it's not just the Wolves. A majority of the UEL needs to make some moves, because early on this season, the UEL is a league of blowouts, and that's not fun. Both Hollywood and Billy the Goat called for trades this week. Which teams do you think need a major overhaul? Which are safe? Or is it just too early to tell? There have been no trades this week, but there is one rumor. The rumor circulating around the front office is that we finally have an answer to why Chicken Tech was made to be a party of one at the Season 8 finals. Nerves got the better of them. And we do not talk enough about the mental fortitude it takes to be an esports professional, and especially an endgamer. I think as we have now seen traditional sports integrate sports psychologists and into their coaching staff, I think we should start to see that in esports as well. We don't talk about how hard it is to get up day after day and play these games on a professional level. It's not easy. And there's a difference between an endgamer and the rest of esports. Speaking of winning mentalities, the Cat got off of a 30-hour flight with 8 stops, and rumor has it he missed one of the flights The connecting flight in Kirkplakistan just couldn't get enough of that goat's milk. Being a 3-time champ and your current league MVP, did that stop him? No, can't stop, won't stop. He came directly from the airport and showed up fashionably late, looking haggard, tired. Did that stop that kitty cat winning Mamba mentality? No, no, no. He trolled in CTR and went 10-1. He's got that Ric Flair Reaper's drip going. And I love where the Reapers' heads are at. They're having fun and they're getting wins. Also, there is one downside to the Reapers' success. I don't know if you caught Cordy versus Cutters in basketball, but that was worse than my 8-year-old cousin's church league games, okay? I'd say this game was sponsored by Airball. Terrible. Hey, Lockdown, what is this? Don't do that. You're stressing out production, and if I did that at ESPN, they'd fire me. And if you're saying this isn't ESPN, well, there's a problem there too. I'm just saying, Polo's pulling out his hair. And finally, my co-casters say it, and now I am gonna say it. Button check, button check, button check. I don't care if you need to or not. It gives you 30 seconds to get locked in. So use a button check every single time. Look, I don't get paid by the hour, and I'm literally asking you to add 30 seconds. It's not for me, it is for you. The Wolves were outfoxed by the Reapers in Checkmate Showdown. And they lost like 2 fighters because neither of them bothered to just say button check. 2 simple words. Button check. 2 vowels. Very simple is all I'm saying. And it gives you 30 seconds to do what you need to do. Sit down. I think we would have learned from the Paladins in week 1. And the Paladins should have learned from New Moon in the finals in season 8. You always call for a button check. I mean, do you like losing? I didn't think so. But you may have the rest of the league fooled. And now it's time for predictions. It's time to break out the old Magic 8-Ball and make some predictions. On Thursday night, we see 2 0-1 teams struggling out of the gates and trying to get their first win. They will be hungry like the wolf. But I think the Ghosts are going to take this. I think the experience of the Ghosts will pan out to a win. And if you're saying, well, the Wolves have New Moon players on it, well, Doomsday, Punisher, and X-Ray all went 1-8 in their first engagement. That's not good enough. So the Ghosts will take this one. And in my Friday night game of the week, we see the 1-0 Click take on the back-to-back defending champions and the 2-0 Reapers. Look, the champions have looked almost flawless. There are no chinks in the armor, whereas the Click still have some things that they need to focus on. Jekyll's playing really good. He went 11-3, whereas Chicken Check went 7-6. So I ask you, as the only champion on the team, is Jekyll their tier 7 bound to be the team's leader? Well, if that's the case, I don't know if the Click have what it takes to beat the Reapers. The Reapers will take this one. And in our Saturday night showdown, the Cyclones versus the Blaze. I've got to take the Cyclones because the Blaze are just a little flame. Look, Hollywood's got his work cut out for him. I understand he is one of the best players in the league, probably one of the best of all time. However, one man does a team not make. I sound like Yoda, don't I? Whatever. No, he's got to get all of those rookies up to par, and they're just not there yet. The Cyclones having a little bit of growing pains as well, a little bit of whining at the drive-thru, if you will. Just play the games and win. And I think they're going to win this Saturday night. Cyclones got this. And in our Sunday matchup, we've got the Florida Shoguns versus the Ravens. I see you, Ravens. I see you. Yeah, that one, you know, I'm 7-1, that one, that's the Ravens. That little one right there, I wouldn't worry about it, but that's the Ravens. And I will not doubt you again, especially not against the Florida Shoguns, who have been playing like Tyreek Hill before a Dolphins game, handcuffed. The Ravens got this all the way because the Florida Shoguns just don't know what they're doing yet. Heck, they had a player last week that went 0-9. Don't do that again, ever. And that's my predictions. Let's check in with the Magic 8-Ball and see how I did. My reply is no. Each week, this thing gets nastier and nastier. What did I do to you? Welcome to 5 Questions. I've got questions and hopefully you've got answers. Today's guest has been in the UEL for so long, they call him the GOAT. He is the guy who gets the trap to work in the board game Mousetrap every single time, no fail. His name is Billy the GOAT.
Hey, what's up? Good to see everybody.
All right, I am glad that you are here. I'm sure you have a little bit of trepidation when I reach out to you and I say, hey man, I want you to be on my show. But you climb the summit, you're at the top of the peak, and now it's time for your first question. All right, you asked in chat, you said in chat, you called it out in chat. The league needs to make some trades. Who is the number one player that you would be willing to trade for?
Well, definitely Jekyll after that big performance by Click. I think that he definitely needs to think about getting out of that tier 7 spot and into a higher tier for sure. So that would be my pick.
He was our champ of the week this week. So trust me, Jekyll, we see you. Number 2. This was brought up by the casters, and I need to know, Fritos or Cheetos?
Fritos or Cheetos? Definitely Cheetos for me. Not a huge fan of Fritos. Definitely like the Cheetos. Doesn't matter if they're crunchy or puffs, either one I would prefer over Fritos.
Everybody always picks Cheetos. Fritos
Well, then
get no love.
It's not really a debate then, right? It's just Cheetos are better.
Well, here's the thing. Chili cheese Fritos got some things happening. You ever see the movie Friday? Check it out. Question number 3. La Bamba is your brother. Mm-hmm. Is there some nepotism with him being tier 2 and you're filling tier 1? Or is he just that darn good?
No, I think that he's really good. He's gotten a lot better this season. He quit his job that he had before, and he's taking it really serious. So I think everybody kind of saw that he definitely can be a tier 1. He was offered it by some teams this season, but it was not an ideal situation of it. He was also offered tier 2s and 3s, but by pretty much every other team that didn't offer him tier 1. And I don't know, he just wanted to really grow with us and likes how the tier system is. You know, we're very unique in that. And I think it's really getting everybody to practice and grind and, get a lot better. So I think this is the best, overall the team has been since season 1 for me.
It would be a really weird Thanksgiving if he ended up in free agency and went to a different team. I will tell you that right now. And speaking of food, again, the casters got hungry this week, and they brought this up. I need to know, Hungry Man or ramen?
Ramen.
Ramen?
I love ramen. Yep, I used to have ramen all the time back in the college days, so it's a go-to for sure. Even in high school, yeah, it's definitely a go-to.
Have you ever put vodka in your ramen? Don't do it, kids. Don't do it.
Nope.
It's called college, and you try everything once, but don't do that. All right, you've made it through 4 questions. Here's question number 5. Look.
I'm ready.
You missed a
Go
match.
last.
I know it was a family thing. I know it was a birthday. But a little birdie told me you really have never missed any matches before. I need to know, are you about to go to that front office and call it a day? Are you going to retire from gaming?
No, that birdie that told you that is definitely wrong. I hope it wasn't Jerry, because he just lost all his credibility. There's generally been about 1 game that I've missed each season. And the team, I think we've lost all of them except for 1 for all the past seasons. So, I mean, things just come up, right? I run my own business outside of UEL, and now I have a daughter as well, and it was just happened to be her first birthday party that we had, family coming in and everything, so I just couldn't make it to the game. But I don't really see us losing any other games for the rest of the season. So I mean, we almost beat the Ravens without me being there. If I was there, it was a big sweep, in my opinion. So I think we just win that straight up.
Do you win the championship this year, Billy, or is it next year?
No, I definitely think this year.
This year?
Yeah, I think the team's really good. We got Ceviche coming back in. If you don't know who it is, then you gotta, look up that lore a little bit. But yeah, he's coming back pretty strong. So I think he's gonna take the league seriously this season. And if he does, having him back in his prime, it's a very scary thing for everyone.
Well, all this talk about food has made me hungry. Thank you so much to Billy the GOAT for being here for 5 questions. And now now it's time to find out who RPG blamed on your loss this week. It's the blame game, baby! And welcome to the game that you asked for, and ask and you shall receive. Who's to blame? We're gonna find out. My guest today is the first non-player to grace the stage of Technical Timeout. It is the Buuummss GM, your friend and mine, RPG!
Thank you.
Oh, you
Happy
are.
to be here.
You're so welcome. Don't say that too quick. I wouldn't want you to misrepresent yourself. You haven't gotten into the thick of it yet. But let's get to it. This is the blame game, and you're a GM. So let's put you to the test right now. The last game, I was told by Billy the Goat that it was without a doubt a W for you. Well, then I woke up in the morning and Billy said, boo-hoo-hoo, I won't be there. And you know what? It was a big L in the loss column for the bots. And I need to know, who is to blame? Show me that clip.
Available on Koza, and he
Oh.
wakes up with it. He has to block high.
Oh!
You have to block high. I was just talking about that hitbox, and Koza takes out Mordecai.
The rookies take it for the Ravens. 26 seconds remain.
Let's see. Bubbles drops back, rolls left, pushes up the field, stops and throws.
Oh,
and
that. That's the one they were looking for. Big Red right now. He's just trying to play defensively, putting out a few shots. That left an opening for Herb, and Herb is going to finish off with that one opening that he found.
And with that right there, the bot's chance to win in this game is officially over with.
Ouch! Oh man, I know that hurts. It's gotta grab your heartstrings and just pull on them. All right, you're the GM. So, some might say, if Billy the Goat, the tier 1, the owner is not in the house, it's your job to be the leader. But you know what? Whose job really is it? Who's to blame for that loss?
I mean, you can ask anyone on my team. Accountability is always my biggest thing, and that blame's all on me. It is my responsibility as GM and as a coach to have my guys prepared for any and all situations.
Now,
And,
here's the thing.
mean,
No, time out. I totally agree with you. However, those are not the rules of the blame game. You are not allowed to get off that easy. You cannot blame yourself. I need you to pick tier 1 through 7 or tier 1 who was out to, I don't know, wherever he was. You need to blame somebody other than yourself. I'll wait.
If it's blaming someone other than me, then it's 100% on Billy.
Yeah.
He had the schedule. He knows the commitments. Yes, it might have been a family thing, and granted, his spouse might not be too happy with me if this ever gets around to her ears.
Sleeping on
but
the couch.
family aside, team comes first. We're professionals. You need to do your thing. And he needed to be there.
So no blame to the tier 1 of that day. Billy's brother Labamba going 5 and 6, whereas KIC went 6 and 4.
You can do that straight comparison 1-to-1, but Labamba crushed it and clutched up DBZ. He absolutely smashed it in Overwatch. He did what he was supposed to do out there.
All right.
If our team was full, it would not have been a question. Our team was not full, and you want the blame, who was not there.
Billy the Goat. And you know what? We just heard from him. And, well, you might need to call him and let him know it's going to be okay. Maybe he might need a shoulder to cry on after that interview. Look, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you putting it on your shoulders. Do those lat pull downs so you can carry your team on to victory. You are the very first non-player to be on Technical Timeout. Congratulations. Everybody give a big round of applause for the GM of the Bots. And now it's time for my hot take. Thanks, RPG.
Not a problem.
Hot Take is brought to you by Newhouse. Visit newhouse.com and get the furniture your butt has been asking for. Gaming chairs suck. Office chairs, awesome. Couches, love seats. They've got all your furniture needs at newhouse.com. Use code LoganRadioRocks to save a little bit of that do-re-mi-fa-sol-la-ti do. As if it wasn't bad enough, you have to listen to my opinion all show long. Now it's time for my hot take. And hot take is just a stream of consciousness. Whatever is getting me going that week. And to prove it to you, I'm going to throw on my shades. Well, this week's hot take isn't about my hot take. It's about the cat's hot take. He recently took to YouTube to call the UEL Buuummss. That's right, he's talking to you. Well, Some of you at least. And you know what? The cat dropped the cat. And it was serious for a moment. This was from Damien. Yeah, that's right. He gave you the government name. Well, he said that there's a lot of whiners and complainers out there, and I get it. Rules are rules are rules, and you know what? You don't like rules. Well, too bad. You're getting paid to be a gamer, a pro gamer. You went from sitting in your mama's basement to getting out, touching some grass, and going playing video games in another room. But they're paying you to do it. Yes, you're getting paid to play, so you have to follow their rules. I get it. You're not going to be happy about everything, but to be Eeyore, oh, I don't like it here. Go someplace else. Can you go? Do you have an invitation to CDL? No. Do you have an invitation to the Overwatch League? No. Do you have an invitation to EVO? No. Do you have an invitation to any of the leagues? No, you don't. But you do have a home right here in the UEL. The U stands for you. Look, I was at a table recently talking about two different leagues, one the UEL and another league. And somebody said this other league would take over the UEL. And I said, no, it will not. And they said, why? I said, because a kid in Nigeria can't go into a building, sit down at a computer, and try out for that league. That league is full of celebrities and pro gamers. But here at the UEL, we are for everybody. Even you can be a pro gamer. And that's right, some of you are. But now, professional, lacking professionalism. If you want to complain, do it on your own time. Don't do it in a public forum, okay? Look, we all have things we don't like. Tough cookies. And stop making excuses. Excuses are like eyeballs. Everybody's got two. And I don't need them. And the league doesn't need to hear them either. All we want is for you to buckle down, get with the wheel, and understand where the UEL is at and become the best gamer you can. Look, I've said it every single week. There is a difference between pro gamers and end gamers. And if you know, now you know. Everything the cat said is dead on. And I give him props for being a leader of the league and being able to share his unfettered opinion with us. That was his hot take. And this one was mine. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. And if you can't be good, be quick. Just like that, it's over. All said and done. B1 stealth bomber over the head. You didn't even know we were there. But I thank you for being there right here on another great episode of Technical Timeout on the Ultimate Endgamers League YouTube. And you can check us out each and every single Wednesday right here at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. Pacific. And don't worry, we're about to get turned up. Oh, it's about to get hype. This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I will be joining the UEL broadcast. Get excited. Ooh, boy. They've never been on a ride like this before with a host who can rap and control the maestro and at the same time kick it all prime. But I'm going to turn it up to 11 and bring all the hype. So we will see you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for all the hot UEL action. I can hardly wait. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud, and last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe. I couldn't do it without you. We'll see you next time.